Get that to work is annoying.
Sounds like it.
So how's your day?
It's been super. Well, I've been super busy overall,
Same.
and
And it is a competition. So
it's actually super fucking annoying, and I don't understand why everyone keeps trying to give me work.
because it's your job.
Yeah, but just because that's my job doesn't mean I have to do it.
You bring up a strong argument. Can't really fight back on that one.
I know. There's a reason why they call me the smartest man in the world.
Who calls you that?
Everyone.
Name 3 people.
God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah, bitch.
I don't think the Holy Spirit's a person or God. I can argue Jesus Christ was a person. I'm gonna need 3 better examples.
There we go.
Have you ever left a job and then have someone who you know from that job ask you about the job you left all the time, and you're just sort of like, I'm not there anymore. I don't care.
Honestly, it's like when someone asks me, like, what's the hookup for Dunkin' Donuts? It's like, oh, is there anything on a secret menu? I'm like, no. And also, why would I tell you that?
But
Fuck people who order from secret menus.
But for real, Carlos, is there any secret menu at Dunkin' Donuts?
No, people who order from secret menus at places like that are the fucking worst and deserve every bad thing to happen to them in their lives.
Well, yes and no. When it was a deal and then they remove it from like the signage, but it's still a deal. Like I know McDonald's.
Oh, okay, that's different.
McDonald's used to do we'll go back and forth between like putting the 2 cheeseburger thing as a meal and like a secret meal.
What kind of dumb secret is that?
It's fucking. I told you it was McDonald's.
This is true.
This is the lobby. Here you can join rooms with other players.
So you're still playing FIFA?
Yep.
Why?
Plus, it's 7:01.
Select a mission.
The game will be over in like a minute.
You're gonna be over in like a minute.
Anything else happen in your life?
Not really. I've just been working.
Nothing interesting?
We had a team building day.
That sounds big trash, homie.
Well, I went and bowled, went to an arcade, played laser tag, and then did a group VR experience. So I think it was pretty good team building, to be honest.
Oh, that's interesting.
I also like my coworkers, so that makes it easier. Carlos, care to comment on your coworkers?
We hired 4 new people.
Change room settings.
I like some of them. I dislike, the vast majority. It's even better because I applied to be their supervisor.
Are you going to be their supervisor?
I applied.
Oh my god, this is great. Hey, when you receive this invite, I need you to read it out loud. It's Mass Effect 3 energy, which I know you appreciate.
Oh, you know me, big Mass Effect 3 fan.
Of the multiplayer, I thought we were.
Yeah, I'm not being sarcastic.
Like, genuinely, I was like, the multiplayer in that game is fantastic.
It has no reason to be as good as it is.
I know, that's the thing. It's like it comes out of nowhere.
Where'd that invite go? Okay.
I sent you a gift.
Calling all Earth Defense Force soldiers. The Earth is in. I've read this.
Okay, just making sure.
The Shadow, New Despair.
Did you look at the gift that I sent you?
It didn't load. Oh wait, I'm looking at it now. Whoa, that.
I knew you'd appreciate that.
golly, man.
This is great content, by the way, because
This is why, like, I don't get people who don't use incognito, because it's like, I don't want my, like, someone, I'm like, yeah, here, use my computer for a second, Google whatever you need, and then their first thing is just like, eating ass 2016.
see, that's where I'd stop you right away. Jesus
Already-
Christ, that's loud.
Yeah, I'm coming in for your invite.
My it's because like right away I'm just like I don't want someone using my computer. Full stop. There is never a reason for someone to use my computer.
I mean, sometimes
No.
people have to.
No. Incorrect.
Okay, I think.
The same as my phone. I'm just like no.
I mean, that's both of those things are like odds. Like, I can understand the stance. I just do not agree with it.
That's fair.
Because it's like, well, I mean, I've been in places where it's like, oh, Juliana needs to use my laptop or my phone to like do something. Actually, not so much my phone, but like,
The fuck are you using?
I completely forgot how to.
I
play
don't
this.
remember how to play this game. I just remember I enjoyed it.
Okay, there we go.
I keep waiting for it to go on sale again so that those cheap fucking skates, Spencer and Mark can buy it. The game is $20 and they won't buy it for that.
I mean, understandable.
Is it though?
Not really.
I will happily throw away $20.
You
And
know
then-
me. I'm
and
always
then-
on the side of the poor man.
You may be thinking, Nick, why don't you just buy it for them? And I would tell you to shut the fuck up and mind your business. Oh, so I think we destroy these anthills.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just hit myself with my own ball.
Just try not to do that. Probably won't end well.
What have you been playing on your platinum quest?
God, I just recorded 11 different platinum videos. It's on my whiteboard, but that's on the left of me, and I don't want to look away yet. I've already forgotten. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to platinum the South Park game. Did you end up playing that?
No.
I think I would recommend it. It's not. You would think it'd be much worse than it is. Is what trying to say.
Okay. Oh,
You need to grab health.
yeah. I'm trying to get to any of the health.
Also, we are playing on hard, which is like the.
Oh, thank you.
Whoa, wait. It's one notch above normal. It's not very hard or extreme or impossible or inferno. It's just one notch above. So
You know how I like my games.
calm the fuck down. I'm really starting to wonder if we can destroy this anthill.
Yeah.
I fired a lot of shots at it,
I fucking called in an airstrike on it.
but it looks destructible.
I'm gonna call that. in, but-
You've got
That's
weapons,
okay.
don't you? Or vehicles at some point?
Yeah, I'm calling in the vehicle right now.
Oh, wait, there it goes. Yeah, so they do get destroyed.
Fuck. This shit's way too close to me.
Ah! Well, that's on me.
I'm dead.
Alright, hang on.
Just when my fucking tank
Where did
arrives.
these come from? We destroyed the
Damn.
hill. Why are they still here?
Where do any of us come from? You know, man.
Well, we don't come from fucking anthills, Carlos.
How far have you gotten in JoJo?
I haven't really watched it again. I'm gonna heal you in a second.
Okay.
I currently don't have any health to heal you. That wasn't health either.
JoJo.
I think I got to episode 4.
Okay.
When the fuck was the... Wasn't there a button to roll? Am I crazy?
Yeah, X.
Oh, you have to do it from the side. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see. Nope, that's not it.
Aren't you gonna ask me what I've been playing, Nick?
Carlos, what have you been playing recently? Don't forget to grab health. Or we're gonna die again.
Where's the health at?
I know, right? There's like barely any drops of it. Hold on, let me look over while we have a lull.
You're a dick.
I also need health. I need to use half my health to save you, so...
Oh, you hate to see it.
Oh god, get in your vehicle, there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
like
why
so many.
safely in my vehicle.
Getting the robot, Shinji.
Yeah, I actually, did I tell you? Yeah, I recently finished that and watching End of Evangelion. And I'm glad that anime creator just shat on my life. You know, it's really great for my self-esteem.
I mean, you know how I feel about it. I'm not gonna change much.
I mean, after listening to a podcast of people who I like, I generally share other opinions on, and they were like pointing out all the flaws of it, and I was just like, and I was doing my own rewatch. I was just like, yeah, it's a little.
I would argue
dated.
it's objectively bad.
Okay, that.
And it gave rise to such a terrible precedent of bad anime. That's what I hate more about it, is not so much the anime itself, but the fucking trend of anime that it started.
I mean,
I think its overall impact on anime as a whole
has been a net negative.
Has been negative and worse than any benefit it provides.
I mean, I wholeheartedly disagree, but like, I think everyone knows that.
But that being said, I did find an ad for an app called Cat Battle, which is just like these terrible black and white drawings of cats in like a tower defense game, and I was like, all right, whatever. But then I saw, well, I got locked out. Well, I'll bump the difficulty down. But then I saw that they had a crossover of Evangelion, and you have these terribly drawn, like cats in that are like the focus of the game, and then you have the literal, like, perfectly drawn, very well illustrated and detailed Evangelions walking along the fucking thing. Literally, like, Ava Unit 02, 01, and 00. I'm just like, alright, I can get behind this. Let me see. Zoom settings. Another time, someone tried to tell us that it's pronounced room.
I mean,
No.
okay.
We are correct. Yeah, this is why I don't want to go back to normal.
Why?
Do you look at your weapons now?
Oh yeah, because we did the fucking.
Yeah. So we just got to play better.
Okay.
If it's a full stop, we'll bump back down to normal again. So let's try this again. I need you to play a lot more carefully, because you're the one who keeps dying, and then I lose my health healing you.
Okay. Most of the problem is that my weapons, the bombs stick, and then they'll like rush me, and I can't like detonate it quick enough before it's like right on top of me.
I mean, you can change weapons.
No, but all my weapons are like bombs for my character class.
Well, if we take out the handhelds sooner, we should be able to have less of an issue here. But yeah, to answer your question, played some Sound Shapes. Played Saints Row 3. Again.
What? Did you play The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I did actually. You know what's really awful? That game. Yeah. Anyone who says the Telltale games are good, I disagree with you. And I question your taste in video games.
I mean, I haven't played them, but...
Well, here's my thing. I don't like the heavy-handedness of zombie stories. Well, of zombie stories in general. Of like, I get it. Zombies aren't the real threat. It's really mankind when society collapses. You're so fucking original. Except every goddamn zombie show has the same fucking plot. And then it's just like, except for iZombie, of course. But then even a little bit iZombie. I still have to watch the last 2 seasons.
Fuck. These fucking things keep rushing me.
We might need more automatic weapons to take care of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's so fucking heavy-handed. And then there's the illusion of choice. And it's like your whole market, like your whole like thing about this game is that you're saying, you know, choose who lives and who dies. Except, regardless of who you choose, next episode we're gonna kill off the character anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just like, it's so pointless. It's such an exercise in futility, and it's not trying to be, and that's what bothers me. Like, if it was like supposed to be like parody and saying like your choices don't actually matter, fine, whatever. But that's not what it's doing. It's being like, save the city. Or save these characters. I'm just like, alright. Supposedly The Wolf Among Us is good, but if those same people think The Walking Dead is good, I don't know if I can trust them.
I mean, you also gotta like weigh in the timing, the impact.
What do you mean?
Like, something at that point might have been like, oh, hey, this is a fresh take on something, and then the ideas have come from that. But like, I mean, some things don't.
Similar to Evangelion, I would argue the ideas that came from it are bad ideas.
I mean, but I personally don't. Granted, I've never finished The Walking Dead, so.
I mean, I'm not into the show either. I'm just like.
I mean, I've seen the TV show, and the TV show is trash. But
A lot of people like that show, though.
I mean, a lot of people also voted for Donald Trump.
That's true.
Or like,
I hate
like
when they make it
Transformers.
political. No one says that. I'm just making it up.
I mean, there are people who tried to argue on the internet this week that Spec Ops: The Line is not a political game. So I'm like, I don't get society anymore.
Someone dropped. I was watching something and someone dropped like Spec Ops: The Line and like, oh, I love that game. I love the take on shooting. I was like, you know what? You're good here. You got a good opinion.
I mean, every once in a while someone says that and they still have shitty opinions.
That's
on
true, but you know, it was more of like I was sort of like, oh, that surprised me.
There's still people out there who think BioShock Infinite is a good game.
That's true. So let me put it this way. You know the heavy-handedness that BioShock treats like the racism debate with?
Yeah.
That's the entire game of Walking Dead. Without racism. Well, there is racism too. But like that's just how they treat every single issue.
I mean,
I have not found health this entire goddamn game.
Oh, I've been taking all the health actually.
Can you not? Because some of those are full healths and you don't need them.
Okay.
Unless you do. I don't.
I mean,
are you dying this much?
No, but like, you know, I see something, I take it. You know, you're in the market, you might as well. You can't resist a good deal.
I hope all the bad things happen to you, and when I'm dead, they will. God, there's so many. There's got to be more than one anthill, right?
Yeah, I
like
just
at
saw
once.
the.
Oh fuck, I'm dead. All right, well, that's what happens when you don't have health the entire goddamn level.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just play better.
Oh.
Damn.
Sorry, what was that? I should play better? You said thank you. Alright. We'll bump it down. We'll change our weapons. Since we're clearly not good enough for this.
Alright.
You're okay with this?
Do I have a choice?
Are you? Do you have a choice?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is this the illusion of choice?
I mean, I don't really think the illusion. Actually, my argument would more be I think the illusion of choice is in every game, but.
I love when people won't message me all weekend, but then as soon as I start recording, they're like, I wonder what Nick's doing.
Why don't you put like
An I'm busy thing.
or you put your phone on Do Not Disturb?
I could. But what if it's an emergency?
Can't you just highlight people for like emergency phone calls?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
But yeah, so I played Sound Shapes, 2, Walking Dead. Played more of the South Park game. Played the Bleach game. Played Dragon Quest 8 a little bit. If you're asking what I've been playing for fun, the answer is nothing because I've barely had any time. I want to get back into Fire Emblem because I haven't finished it, and there's that other game that comes out at the end of this month, Astral Chain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's coming out.
I
I'm
gotta,
excited.
I gotta make sure I grab that. I think that's on August 30th.
Yeah, I'm also gonna pick up what's that game called? Control.
Oh, is that the mech game?
The Max Payne people.
Oh, but wait, is it the mech game or not?
No, Daemon Mechina is the mech game.
Oh, you're right. Are you gonna grab
Control. Control is a third-person shooter game. I've heard mixed things about it. I'm gonna wait for reviews on that.
That's kind of why I was asking. I was like, if it's good, you can tell me and I'll grab it, but I don't think I'll grab it at launch. I will grab Astral Chain because Platinum Games needs all the money.
I'll wait till your review and then I'll make my decision.
Wow.
I mean,
the studio,
actually,
the studio that brought us Nier.
It really depends on how good Control is versus how good this story is in Astral Chain.
That's fair. My guess, just from the colors, is that it's going to be a little lighter than Nier, which is a very dumb thing to base a guess on, but...
I mean, it could still be lighter and still be intelligent and sophisticated.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, just based on the overall tone, or just based on the color scheme, I'm guessing the tone is a little different.
It could also be like... Well, they got cops out here, and, you know how I feel about the propaganda.
I do. I'm curious how they would handle it, though. They seem like a studio that would kind of subvert that, but I might be playing them up too much.
Yeah, I think you are.
Wow. Literally all of Nier Automata is like anti-authoritarian.
Yeah, but that's like...
and you're just...
That's also,
so you make it sound like it's out of nowhere.
No, but I mean, like, Yoko Taro
that's,
is like
yeah.
the lead creator.
I'll give you that one. Point Carlos. So you have no interest in Fire Emblem?
Not really. Only because I'm like, I don't really play strategy games like that.
Oh, here's one. So you've just never had any interest in a Digimon game?
No,
even though there's like 3 or 4 on PS4 now.
Yeah. And people even tell me that Cyber Sleuth is good, but I'm like,
Cyber Sleuth, I don't think you'd enjoy. It starts off slow, gets very slow, peaks, and then the rest of the game is just kind of okay. So it's not a bad game. It's a good like first introduction to like modern consoles and stuff. But Hacker's Memory is much better. Kind of improves on almost every problem I had with Cyber Sleuth. But then the downside is to get a lot of the enjoyment out of it, you need to have played Cyber Sleuth to completion.
It's also like aren't they turn-based?
Turn-based, but accessible, if that makes sense. Because it's not like... Because the way they do the monster stuff is... It's not like Pokemon where you have to catch them. The way they do it in Digimon is if you just fight them enough, you eventually get enough data scanned from them where you can just go back to your like base and create them on your own.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
But then the turn-based is quick, though. Like, I know you're not into turn-based, but I think you're not into, like, PS2 turn-based. Because they've made a lot of, like, quality of life stuff in most games that just make it so it's like, even if it's turn-based, you're mashing the Xbox button anyway, and it, like, feels just as fast as, like, an action game. Like,
I remain skeptical.
Yeah, skeptical is fine. Just open-minded is the question. Is all I ask for. Like Persona, it starts off too slow. I think you'd enjoy Persona if you could get past the intro, but I don't think you can get past the intro.
I mean, when I played the 5 seconds I played of Persona 5, I was just like, my beef more with it is just like, I don't want to grind.
Oh,
and like,
you don't have to grind at all in Persona 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, also it's just more like
just playing the game, you'll be able to beat the game.
But also, I'm just like, I would rather just like get rid of the combat in that game and just like make it the like going to.
So that's a very common thing that people feel about Persona. So it's not unique. But so
my unique thing is that it needs more gay people in it. That's my.
Yeah, that's fair. But the way most people handle it in Persona is they'll do whatever like mission you're on. They'll do it all in like 1 or 2 like days, and spend the rest of their time just doing like the free like school life stuff. If you don't want to do turn-based stuff like that, I did find like a Persona clone that it's not turn-based. It's an action game, but it also retains like the daily life part of Persona. I bought it. It's called Tokyo Xanadu. I bought it because it was like normally like $60 and it was on sale for like $8.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh,
I didn't get back to it because I stopped playing it for a bit and then depression hit and I haven't gone back. So.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. But I really did enjoy it, and I think if there was ever a time where you'd get into it, it would be that game. just because it kind of mixes and matches.
Did we already talk about what Netflix botching Neon Genesis though?
I think you mentioned it.
Like them getting completely rid of the gay subplot with Shinji and Forma.
Wait, really? I didn't know about this part.
This is like a big controversy. So they changed the fucking lines because the guy who should translate is like legit alt-right.
Wow.
And he changed it to "You're worthy of my grace" instead of "I love you."
What? What?
Yes.
Did you think... So here's my thing. Do you think that just slipped by them and they just didn't pay attention enough? Because that doesn't seem like a controversy Netflix wants them into.
No, this like... Well, this goes back to like Funimation. I remember Funimation and Crunchyroll and everyone were really fucking upset to find out that they weren't going to get the streaming rights. And we're pretty much saying like this is going to be the death of fucking anime because like Netflix is going to take one of the most heralded shows of all time and then be like, oh yeah, so we'll put this on like the eighth page of Netflix instead of up prominently. But then allegedly the original studio handled all of the translation, but there's been more questions of just simply like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea to translate it in this way? Yeah,
that's a bit iffy. That is one of the things I'll give Neon Genesis credit for, is the very confusing sexual stuff it did. But that's not part of my main complaints thing. My main complaint is that it's just every goddamn fucking episode is the same.
I mean,
I also don't feel like it escalated in a really correct manner of the plot. Because I think like it slowly goes and then right at the end it kind of pops. But at the same time it treats every episode like it's life or death. I mean, and I'm just like I know technically, but it's more of like it's hard as an audience viewer to like kind of figure out the stakes that way. You're leaving all these armor and weapons behind, by the way.
Oh.
But do you at least get what I'm coming from? Where it's like,
yeah, I think like to a point.
That's kind of the core of my issues with the with the anime is like they give you just the smallest, tiniest fragment of plot each episode, and then they just not only dump the plot on you, they go like 300% of plot.
Yeah, well, have you ever like read about like what happened with their development and like why it's like
Spencer was telling me a little bit about that, and it's like that excuses it a little bit, but also I mean that doesn't change it.
It doesn't, but it also changes the interpretation of it, I think, particularly in like
oh, I can't see shit now.
Yeah, I gotta pull up some of these buildings. Of like, particularly how they got rid of a whole fucking main part of the plot. So they were supposed.
What was the main part of the
They were supposed to, like, you know how they make references to all those Christianity bits?
Yeah, but that's not like, stop it.
No, they were going to
Did you
introduce.
Even see me?
Oh yeah, they were going to introduce a whole group. But because like it was supposed to be like a cult group, and the fucking terrorist attack happened in the train, the TV company was like, "Yeah, you have to get rid of these 5 episodes." So they had to like rapidly change the entire thing, and also they were finishing the show, like they were giving like episodes the day it aired, and like it was pretty much fucking live. They were doing it live, which I understand like. That's more of like a capitalism constriction, though, of like, well, this thing happened, and you have to be wary of that, so we're just going to delete everything.
Well, I mean, I can excuse that to an extent, but then were these things changed in the, like, end of Evangelion movies?
Well, the end of Evangelion...
Sorry, not the end of Evangelion. Which... I mean, that does stand, but I mean the, like, new movies made in, like, the last 10 years.
Well, the new movies in the last 10 years, they've, like, changed. I haven't watched those, but for the most part, they have. The first one is a retelling of, like, the first half of the series, and then 2 and 3 are new original stories involving those characters.
Well, I did have one friend who's obsessed with it, who said like there's a big theory that
It's all.
that it's a loop.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That Shinji just keeps reliving this. And there's like some evidence like in the world resets, but like the architecture stays. So like in the start of the new movies, the sea is like already red because it finished red in End of Evangelion.
I mean, technically, at the end of Evangelion, he asked to go for the world to come back simply so that they can live in fear.
We need to move up because I think these spiders are spawning from somewhere, and I can't really handle them. You have to get the ones that I miss. How about that?
I'm trying. Fuck these fucking spiders, man.
I know, right? Fuck this fucking rocket launcher that has two shots. Just so hard to move up. Yeah, how's watching my back going from in front of me?
Sorry, I tried to advance because I saw a gap and I was like, oh, there's the forward procedure, sir. What else? I played Shadow of War.
Oh yeah. So you and someone else brought this up to me in the last month because you both had Shadow of War copies that were like sealed. So yeah, because I remember this was like one of the last things I did when I worked at GameStop. Was that game? We had so many new copies that we just couldn't move. That in order to simplify the system, they just convert all of them to quote-unquote used, even though they've never been played. GameStop does that with games occasionally. It doesn't really happen to popular games like Shadow of War, or I thought Shadow of War was popular, but it doesn't really happen to games like that. It mostly happens to like weird indie games. But it was still kind of surprising. We had like 30 of them at the store I worked at. Where are they coming from?
Yeah, that's a good question because
I found it. It's over here. It's hidden in the fucking trees.
I'm just actually kind of shocked how bad that game is.
Is it bad?
It is.
Right.
So it's not broken or anything. It's just boring.
Well,
Like,
part of the boring thing is I think it was originally made with microtransactions in mind, right? And they pulled those transactions.
it's not that. Like, even generally, like Assassin's Creed Unity, right? That is built with microtransactions in mind, and it's constantly trying to get. Like, it's constantly trying to get you to do that. But
Grab
generally,
all the drops because I think the mission's about to end.
okay, it's not even making it like, oh, this is interesting.
Oh, I changed my. Nope, no, it's not. No, it's not. I repeat, no, it's not.
What the fuck is that?
It's another fucking hole. God, this mission takes forever.
Yeah,
You gonna drop your missile on it?
yeah.
I'll try and clean up the creepy crawlies. Is that racist?
Calling them creepy crawlies?
I'm just kidding. Did you watch the newest John Oliver?
No.
So who the fuck did on your account?
I've given that thing out to so many people. I legit am always amazed at, like, I'm like, what the fuck is anyone watching on that thing?
I pretty much only watch it for John Oliver. I don't really fuck with HBO's movies and shit.
Oh, it's just the greatest television shows of all time. And you're like, yeah, I'm good.
I like Ballers.
Okay, yeah, the one bad one.
What do you mean bad? It's got like 7 seasons.
Yeah, it's the one bad show. It's like that and yeah, that.
Eastbound and Down.
I mean, people like that show. It's actually kind of hilarious.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Entourage. That's what I'm thinking of.
Entourage, one of the most, like, the first 3 seasons of Entourage are actually critically acclaimed.
I was watching the CinemaSins of Furious 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like got an 81% of Rotten Tomatoes from like critics, and the whole time he keeps bringing that up as they do some of the stupidest shit in that movie.
I mean,
Select a mission.
just because they do stupid shit in the movie doesn't make it.
No, I know. It was just funny because like he'd be like critically acclaimed, by the way.
Rangers can
I mean,
equip 2 weapons.
one of my favorite movies of all time is fucking Buckaroo Banzai.
I don't know what that is. I think you just
It's
made it up.
It's a really kind of dumb sci-fi movie.
The bound gun, which has bouncing bullets. I can't use any of my new sniper rifles, which is unfortunate.
Damn, ain't that about a bitch? What are you laughing at?
So, listen to the description of this weapon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
An ultra-high-energy laser gun. It has a short range, but boasts the destructive power of a tank, making it one of the strongest personal-use weapons known to man. However, that tremendous energy is difficult to control, so once the trigger is pulled, it will fire at full blast continuously until the wielder switches weapons. Recharging it, too, requires special facilities, making it impossible to reload on the field.
Oh, that's great. That sounds useful.
Yeah, I would be foolish to use that.
Deploying.
Dual-use weapons.
But yeah, Shadow of War just feels... It's one of the most lifeless games I've ever played.
Yeah, I think I started to watch a playthrough on that, and I didn't. Okay, so we gotta kill this big fucking thing, whatever it is.
It's weird because I really enjoyed Shadow of Mordor, but then I'm like, maybe that's just because it was a launch game. But also, I feel like it had better side missions of like,
Oh,
I
fuck.
should...
I wasn't expecting that. Okay, sorry, continue.
I was like, maybe it just had better, like, a little bit of a better story. But like the Shadow of Mordor game, like story was terrible as well. The Shadow of War one asked you to care about the events of what happened in the first game, and I'm like, dog, that's no one played it for that. And it's much easier, so I'm not getting killed as often by orcs to like create a rivalry of some sort. I'm just like, I'm gonna play something else. Oh fuck.
It's okay, I got it.
Did you amp up the difficulty?
No, I didn't.
I'm getting ragdolled over here.
Yeah, you're not dying. I will say, I tried that new weapon, and it is fun, but it does not last very long. So I've got a sniper for the rest of the match.
Mia Khalifa stated that she thought, allegedly, that she only made $12K in her entire short time doing porn.
Bullshit.
Why do you say that?
Bullshit.
It's why? Where is? I'm just saying, where is the bullshit?
How many videos total did she do?
Like, only like 20, 30.
30.
She
Divide.
only
12,000 divided by 30.
12,000 divided by 30.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You can't see that math?
I legitimately can't, and I refuse to do it. $400 a scene.
That's not. No.
Why are you?
I guarantee you she made more than that.
I mean, she's the one who's putting out this claim.
I'm just saying, there wouldn't be this many people in the game.
I mean, the porn industry is like famously poor and dangerous.
To an extent. Or rather, isn't that like old stereotypes and
No.
stuff? So?
Like, the new current stereotype is most porn stars are super dirt poor. They're not making that much money unless you do the crazy stuff. And the issue is that a lot of people don't want to do the super dangerous stuff because it's super dangerous.
Define dangerous. Like, what dangerous stuff?
Routinely doing anal, particularly.
I don't understand people who are into anal. And I know you're into anal, so this is kind of weird.
Hey, it's a life. But it's not like something you do every day. That's like a, hey, let's...
I just don't get it at all. Like,
It's like the clumsy stranger.
No. is the answer to that.
But, what else?
Speaking of sexual misconduct, Jeffrey Epstein, or Jeremy Epstein, what's his name?
Jeffrey.
Of course it is. I didn't know he was a thing, and I don't know how it passed over me.
How have you not
I
known
don't
this?
know. I literally don't know. Someone explained this to me on Saturday, and I was like, how the fuck have I missed this?
Like, this was big news.
I
for
know!
Like
I know! I'm aware! I am fully caught up now. I just didn't know about it for the longest time. I didn't know about it until he quote unquote died.
Oh, I mean, what a time to find out, right?
I can't tell where this thing's weak points are.
Same.
If any. I'm waiting for the NPCs to tell us.
My least favorite thing in all video game trope history is when you fucking fight a boss fight that you're not supposed to win, but it doesn't properly convey that.
No. Yeah. Get that shit the fuck out of here. I hate that, and then it's close cousin when you
beat it and you're like,
when
oh,
you
my
beat it,
character-
and then the character in the cutscene gets fucking mollywopped. That is also stupid and a dumb narrative device.
I mean, there's got to be a better way of doing it.
I agree. Just don't let us have the fight.
I don't completely agree with that. I think it's more interesting.
Actually, I do have a good counter to this, and of all places, it comes from Final Fantasy XIV. So what happens is, you fight the big baddie of one of the expansions, is the Emperor Xenos, and he setting aside his character development, which is I like to fight because I'm strong, as a very tried and true trope. What they do is you fight him, or he destroys, or he mollywops all of your allies, and then you fight him. You hold your own, and then he has 3 swords, so he's like, "All right, I'll fight you a little stronger." Whips out his second sword, and just destroys you. Your health is gone almost immediately. So it's you do technically beat him, but then he's like, "Okay, I'll start trying," which is a better narrative way of doing that. So then halfway through the expansion, you fight him again. He's got the second sword. Again, you hold your own this time because you've gotten stronger, and you beat it. And he's like, "All right, time for real." Pulls it out again. You hold your own a little bit more, but then he just fucks you over. And I'm like, I can appreciate that because it's more of a growth. He's sort of testing you as you're going, as opposed to just you beating the enemy. Literally, they fall down flat on their face, and the game goes in a cutscene. They just smack you once, and you just go against a wall or some shit.
Yeah. I've been knocked out.
I don't have the health to heal you. That was really irresponsible of you.
Yeah, I guess that's death, man.
Is this one of the areas we've been to already? Oh my god, there's still fucking drones.
What else has happened? So Epstein happened.
Yeah, so can you give the lowdown for the people who may have paid attention about as much as I did?
Jeffrey Epstein is this formerly convicted billionaire sex convict who fucking ran a sex trafficking ring and was a pedophile. He has extremely powerful connections, which leads to a bunch of conspiracy theories. He was friends with Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. He originally got picked up by the state of New York 10 years ago, where he got an extremely light sentence where he was still able to actually leave the fucking prison for most of the day and then come back just in the evenings. And then after those 2 years were done, he then came back out, and then he only recently got arrested by the FBI again. And then he was on suicide watch for the last couple weeks, and then he committed, big quotation marks, suicide just this weekend.
Do you believe that he committed suicide?
Fuck no, baby. No.
I think he was far too powerful for that shit.
Also, he was friends with Bill Clinton and Donald Trump.
I'll say this:
two known sexual assaulters.
If he didn't commit suicide, he was murdered. So,
yeah.
Or they did the whole fucking conspiracy nonsense of swapping his body out.
That's a bit too much.
I think that's a little too much. There's a little tiny part of me that believes it. Shit, I need to change my weapons.
But then again, he's a billion.
That's what I mean. If you had that much money, you could certainly orchestrate that. But no, I think he for sure was killed.
Juliana's like, no, he just killed himself because he couldn't deal. And I'm like, babe, no.
He's fucking 14-year-olds and selling them into sex trafficking. He doesn't give a shit about morals.
Not that. She was just like, he didn't want to have to deal with the consequences of his actions, and I'm like, he ain't gonna have no consequences. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I think he threatened other people, and they were like, "All right, well, there's a very easy way to solve this."
Kill him. It's interesting
You
that
can change
Netflix.
your weapons up, or
No, I ain't got. Oh, actually, yes, I am. It's interesting that Netflix is dying soon, so I'm interested to see what happens.
Netflix still has a good chunk of the stand-up market, like comedy stand-up. That does support them fairly well. I don't, and they've got a couple like key originals, but they've said this from like for a while now that they always planned on changing to all their original content, and everyone at the time was always like, "That's a terrible idea, Netflix. What the fuck are you talking about?" And they just kept moving on with it. So,
But it remains a terrible idea.
yeah, it's still bad, but good on them.
I mean, I kind of understand it from a business perspective, but I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work out for anybody.
I mean, what's Disney Plus come with? It comes with like 2 other networks as well, ESPN, and there was something else too.
ESPN Plus and Hulu,
Hulu is the one that surprised me.
and $12.99 for the whole lot.
I can't wait until you start paying for it.
I mean, technically, I'm already playing for both, so.
My question is, will they have ads?
They so far haven't said.
Which means they might.
I mean, do they really need fucking ads?
No, but do they need their own fucking streaming service either?
Kinda. You have all the fucking content they have. Why not completely corner the market?
That's Disney.
The House of fucking Mouse.
Cornering the market is their game. Alright, I'm not appreciating these mechs.
But don't worry, you're gonna get like Toy Story the live action remake. So
Can't wait.
Jesus fucking Christ, I'm getting fucked up.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they dropped these big boys. Oh, and
Jesus.
dropped one right on me. Cool.
Oh, great! I'm just if you could see me, I am getting my. I'm getting rammed in.
You're getting DP'd.
Yes, very much. I have no. There's nowhere to escape.
Are you being paid extra for this?
I can't stand you.
Not after that, no.
I found out that the redheaded girl from Boy Meets World apparently does porn, so that's
Who's the redheaded girl from Boy Meets World?
Rachel. I am dying.
I don't remember Rachel. I didn't watch enough Boy Meets World.
When
Pretty much only knew
to
Topanga. Remember that time where Topanga was getting a little fatter, so they were like, well, let's do a story about her almost being pregnant, then reveal she's just getting fat.
Nice.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. A modern society.
It's, whew,
They hate to see it.
a group of people approved that.
I mean, I like that Funny or Die does a very special episode of.
What?
It's like does like a like each. You know when sitcoms back in the day would have like a PSA episode of like you shouldn't do crack.
Yeah.
And like Becky befriends a crackhead and look at the dangers of crack on his lifestyle. But like a Funny or Die does like a dub over it and it's just funny or comments on it and it's very funny. When it's Boy Meets World.
I'm gonna need you to stop, sir.
Oh yeah, I found out one of my did I tell you about this? One of my coworkers has a friend who drinks corn on the cob milk. Water.
What?
Water. The corn on the cob
No.
water. He has,
No.
He claims he has a friend. He also
That's-
puts ice in his milk. He claims. And I'm
That's
like,
not real.
Are you ever gonna come save me?
I had to kill 4 giant robots that just fucking ripped your anus apart. And then I had to go pick up health that I could share with you, my dear friend. And you bitch and moan said, are you ever gonna give me anything? How dare you? The audacity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The cockacity.
What was that?
The cockacity.
Yeah.
Come on, tank.
I'm not enjoying this level. I think it would be better with 4 people.
Yeah. We should just play Borderlands again.
Man,
I mean, Borderlands 3 is coming out.
Did I tell you what the difference between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 2 VR is?
You can't jump.
Nope.
What?
You can't jump. You can. I forget. There's something with the camera too. And then you can't see yourself at any point, rendering customization fucking useless.
I mean, I never really did customization anyway, so.
But it's more of just like there's no point to bother anymore.
I mean, I also argue there was no point to bother the original.
In a multiplayer game, it makes sense. I can see it. Oh, that's the other thing. There's no multiplayer.
That's weirder to me.
Yeah. In Borderlands, there's no multiplayer.
Smart decision. What
I
could
mean,
go wrong?
I feel like they could have done it. Man, I fucking hate these drones more than any other enemy.
It's kind of crazy that we're about to get
Watch Dogs 3, and we'll never get a Sleeping Dogs 2. Isn't that crazy?
No.
That we just live in that world.
Have you seen the rest of the shit of the world we live in?
I mean, Jeff Epstein's out here living his life. So, was.
Oh, I think I just got stepped on. No.
Oh yeah, and then Trump retweeted a conspiracy theory that the Clintons did it.
Yeah, that's because he's a fantastic president.
He's top 45.
He's top 45.
Yeah.
All right. We'll call it for today. We'll come back stronger than before. We'll come back with backup.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Do you have anything to say to the people?
The Jeffrey Epstein murder is a conspiracy going to the highest office in the United States.
Okay. Thank you for that. Welcome to the July Patreon and YouTube sub. Thank you guys once again for another amazing month. The anniversary stream went great. And yeah, let's get started. I want to thank Annie, Norm P, Sean, and Art Rev for the $1, Carlos for the 2, Azor for the 3, Happy for the 5, Mons for the 5 as well. And then I'm trying to do it from memory. Hold on. Sir Eniac, Connor Salverwald, and Sean Thomason for the $10. And straight atop their throne, we have Michael Smith and John Barnett with the $15 each. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. And then for YouTube, we have C. Miller, Mayo with the 1 month, Michael Smith, Electric Narwhal, Rap Tax for 4 months, and then John Barnett, Louisa, Sir Eniac, and Maz with the 5 months. You guys are almost Metal Greymon, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, thank you guys again. Don't forget, if you put $5 down on YouTube, or if you put even as low as $1 on Patreon, you get access to a special tab in the Discord. It's a secret, don't let anyone know about it. That you can see all the early videos and stuff there. So lots of fun. Like, I just recorded 9 videos yesterday. I'm not going to release 9 videos publicly today, but those will be up, within the next couple days. So, if you want to see early videos, if you're like, damn, Nick just doesn't upload enough videos. He doesn't upload fast enough. When can I see the next Metal Gear Solid video that we all clamor for? There you go. Go on Patreon or YouTube, either. But yeah, thank you guys, and I can't wait to see you the next month. Goodbye.